Hello and welcome to my channel. If you like how this makeup looks on me, then keep on watching. I'm going to show you how you can achieve
Quick
this.
natural makeup look. I have nothing on my face, just a little bit of lip tint going on. And how I like to prime my face by using this face mist by M.A.C. You can use anything that you have. This is the Fix Plus M.A.C Prep and Prime Fix Plus and Coconut. Give it some time to let it settle. And what I'm going to do today is a very simple eye look, focusing on the skin. So now I'm going ahead with a strobe cream, and it's nice to use the brush that you're going to blend your blush with, to use to put your strobe cream. That way, whatever is left on your brush, the blush will pull it off. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm using this blush brush to use this highlighting cream, the strobe cream, on the high points of my face wherever I want light to bounce off. And the same brush I'm going to use to blend my blush. That way, whatever is left on the this brush is going to move along with the blush. So brush and blush. It's quite a tongue twister for me. All right. A glowy base can go a really long way, I feel. So moving on to the blush. I have an oblong face, so I like to take it like that. It makes my face a little more chiseled than round. You can go with a heavy hand actually, because this is the underpainting. Okay, so this method of using the blush first is called the underpainting. This is I'm also an artist, so this is something that I like doing before the concealer and going with the complexion further to build the blush, so that when I put the concealer next, it's going to look like the glow is from within. And you can always add more blush as you go. And now is the time for the contour or the bronzer. So I'm using this Lakme stick. This is also a new launch, and it's called Bold Drama Neutral Medium. And I'm going to take directly from the stick and put it on the hollows of my cheek, a little bit on the temples, sides of my nose, and my jawline. And I'm going to blend that with the same blush brush, so that everything blends very easily together without being harsh and very noticeably obvious on the face. That the entire point of doing all this is to enhance your natural face structure, and not really make it very obvious that you're wearing makeup. should look very natural and blend with your natural skin. So cream products I feel are very, very forgivable. And even if you make a mistake, you can always go and blend it out. And it's easy to wipe it off without making your skin dry. So that's how we have an underpainting going on with the blush and the bronzer. Also, I've noticed like when you do an underpainting, it is you tend to use a lot less amount of concealer because you don't need much. So I'm only going to conceal where I really need to cover the darkness, and like the corner of my nose, lips, and probably the smug. So use a color that is a little darker or exact skin color of yours. If you can't find the exact skin color of yours, there's no harm going a little darker because that is going to look much more natural. Now I'm going to take a brush and just gently patting it away. If you use light-handed brush strokes, you will notice that it is very, very easy to blend, and also uh, it's very, very easy to blend if you are also using like a very, very tiny amount of concealer. For some of you, I know it is daunting to use makeup like concealer, blush, contour. Just start with a little amount, and that is going to build your confidence. It's very, very easy to blend with small amount of product than feeling overwhelmed with using large chunks, taking a large pump of foundation, or like taking a large pump of, you know, a large amount of concealer. So I'm going right ahead into the corner of my eyes, just patting it in very, very light strokes, nothing major, and trying to hide that pigmentation right there. Focusing just at the corner of my eyes. I'm not doing the highlight yet. This is just to kill the darkness inside the corner of my eyes. So that's what I'm doing here, like so. I don't prefer doing concealer over my eyes because the creaminess of the products make my eyeshadow stick and crease right there in my crease. So I like to keep them bare and just prime it with a setting powder so that I have a slip going on the lids, and when I'm using the shadows they don't stick and it's very, very smooth. Therefore I keep my uh, eyelids bare in most of my makeup videos. You will see I don't like to put foundation. I don't really enjoy putting cream on top of my eyelids because it gets tacky, it gets heavy, it feels uncomfortable for me for some reason, and that's why I have a pimple right there. So try to pull that off. For the brows, I like using pencils or even the brow, a brow pomade. That is nice. Anything that is creamy and waxy gives a very, very natural effect to the brows. I feel that they look much fluffed up and holds the brows in place at the same time without using too many, like a wax separately or a powder separately. So that's what I'm doing here. Using a very, very light hand and brushing it through. I feel the brows take the most of my time while doing makeup because I am very, very obsessed with making my brows look fluffy and bushy. Because my hair is very thin. Like overall, I have very thin, the texture of my hair is very, very thin. So even on my brows, although I have hair, it's so thin that I need to spend some time making them look thick and full because that kind of makes a lot of difference on my face because I have a long or oblong face and there's a lot of skin showing on my face. So the brows kind of define it and takes the attention off from, the majority, like a huge forehead and large cheeks. So I'm either doing a very, very bushy brows or I'm doing a very heavy cheeks to balance it out. So for the eyes, I am using, let me show what I'm using. So I have this palette from Makeup Revolution and it is almost coming apart. I've used it quite some time uh, for my makeup. I don't tend to do a lot of shadow because kind of lazy. So today I feel like doing some and I feel I'm going to do a shimmery kind of a look because I want to keep it fresh and daytime wear look. I'm not doing a nighttime wear. So what I'm going to do is take this dark color from here and focus on my lower lash, on the, focus on my lash line. I'm not taking it too much in, just focusing on and just flicking it out so that I get an illusion of a winged uh, eye shape going on, like so. And you can just pull it with the corner of your nails to sharpen it. Doing the other eye. All right. I feel this eye needs to be a little more. That's better. To be in sync with the blush that I'm going to use, I'm going to use this rusty brown. It is a reddish brown, so that is going to, uh, you know, look nice with. I'm just using in the corner. And taking a different pointy brush, I'm going to pull that and blend it in my crease. And soften with my fingers just a little so that it blends into the skin, leaving no harsh lines, like that. And again, going to the small pointy brush, taking some shadow and doing the same thing, focusing on just the corner of my eyes and taking a little on my crease, creating a V shape there, and going back to my pencil brush and blending it all in. Mixing both the shades, the one which I took in the first place and the second shade together, the cool ashy brown and the rusty brown, I'm mixing both and applying it on my lower lash line, very, very close to my lash line and not going towards my inner corners. This is a very doable look where you don't really need a liner or a kohl, just with a palette of shadow. And I am sure you will definitely have uh, a shade, some shades of brown, I'm sure everyone has. And to give it a final blend, take a fluffy brush like so and just give it a nice uh, wiping motion so that you maneuver the entire color softly to blend into your crease. Looks much softer. It doesn't look like what you have put, but there is something on your eyes that catches attention. So that is what the goal is. Now moving to applying a brighter concealer underneath the eyes. I am going to bridge of my nose, a little bit on my cupid's bow and the chin. That's it. Going back to my blending brush, with a very light hand I'm going to blend it all. Also, you can take some under your brow bone so you highlight it automatically. Just patting motions are good enough. You don't need to rub too hard because you're using very, very little amount of product. So you don't really have to struggle to blend. Just a few taps and these cream products blend very, very effortlessly because of therefore I always recommend if you're a beginner, it's always better to use cream products because it's just very easy to blend in everything and nothing looks harsh, nothing looks undone, nothing looks uh, like it needs some more work. All right, so at this point of time I do a little more blush. It's always nice to put some on your nose and a little on your forehead and your chin, and giving a little bit of tapping motions to just blend it all in. That's nice. All right, now it's the time for some highlight. So I'm using this highlight from Lakme and it is called Golden Gleam. I believe there are two shades. This is the neutral one and there is another one which is a little more warm. So I would prefer to use something that is a little neutral because my skin tone is neutral. So I'm taking it directly from the tube. All right, and with this, with the highlighter, I feel more than your fingers, a brush works easier because your fingers could leave your prints, uh, could tend to leave fingerprints that this is what I have noticed with some highlighters. I don't know what it is, but specifically when you're working with highlighters, I feel that they tend to leave fingerprints. So I like to use a brush uh, for blending a highlighter and going in and blending the other side. Right, so now it's the time to probably to match this kind of glossiness that's going on. I would like to put a little bit of a glitter, some kind of a glittery shade on top. So I am going to use a neutral kind of a glittery shade like so. Pick it up on my fingers and just dot it on the center. You can always build it up, pat it. Just use small patting motions with your fingers, and you're done. And then go back with your blending brush. How hard it is to say that. And just give it a nice swirl of stroke to blend it all in. All right. If you want, you can go ahead and make your contour a little stronger by picking some amount with your brush. You can accentuate this bone that you have to give you a more defined look of your brows. And then go back and blend it all. So working in layers is the best thing to do because you can go back and add more highlight wherever you need. So I'm trying to clean up. And go back with the blush brush so that you don't leave any harsh lines, right? Okay, so probably I need a little more color over here. So the point is, go back and forth, add what you need to add, and take away what you need to take away. It's a constant process of judging what you find nice and working on it. The final step is to pick and choose where you need to set it, okay? Because I don't want to set everything into a matte powder finish. So take your setting powder. I'm using the one by Maybelline, and tap on the excess and just go and set everything that you have done on your eyes to subdue everything, and it just looks like it's a part of you. Nothing really stands out. And go back, pick some more. Set my under eyes. My T-zone. And the sides of my jaw. So that's it for the powder. We need to do mascara first. And also don't forget your lower lashes. And that's it. All right, time for a lipstick. So I'm using a lipstick by Sugar, and it's called Nude Vibes. What I like to do is, soften that lipstick a little with my concealer brush. And that looks a little undone, doesn't looks effortless, and gives a blurry effect to your lips. Don't do it on the corners of your mouth, just the center. And whatever is left, maybe just take it on your nose a little. That's it. Some on your chin. And you are done. So this is the complete makeup look. Um, Let me know what you think about it. I absolutely love to do um, a makeup look like this, which is simple but glam, natural, something you can do uh, quickly by yourself, and gives you a little bit of mood boost. Even if you're not going anywhere, you can skip a little something, you can skip probably the eyeshadow and just do your skin a little bit of blush and your favorite lipstick, and that's it. So that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.